নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটি তাদের বিভিন্ন ডিপার্টমেন্টের মাধ্যমে উদ্যোক্তা ও ব্যবসায়ীদেরকে সাহায্য করে থাকেন। তার মধ্যে একটি অন্যতম হলো MWBE, মাইনরিটি এবং উইমেন বিজনেস এন্টারপ্রাইজেস, অর্থাৎ সংখ্যালঘু ও নারী ব্যবসায়ীদেরকে সাহায্য করার জন্যই এই ডিপার্টমেন্টটি হয়েছে। এর জন্যই আজকে আমরা দুজন অনেক গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ব্যক্তির সাথে কথা বলতে এসেছি, যাদের ভূমিকা অনেক অনেক বেশি এই ডিপার্টমেন্টের পেছনে। তারা হচ্ছেন মাইকেল জে গার্নার, হি ইজ দ্য চিফ বিজনেস ডাইভার্সিটি অফিসার অফ MWBE, এবং দিলীপ চৌহান, হি ইজ দ্য ডেপুটি চিফ ডাইভার্সিটি অফিসার এবং সিনিয়র অ্যাডভাইজার টু MWBE। চলুন আমরা জেনে নেই এই MWBE কি করেন, কিভাবে এই উদ্যোক্তাদের এবং ব্যবসায়ীদেরকে সাহায্য করতে পারবে। মিস্টার গার্নার, মিস্টার চৌহান, welcome to Thikana. Thank you both so much for your time, and we thank you for joining us and sharing your insights with our viewers. As you know, our Bangladeshi community and South Asian communities are home to thousands of hardworking entrepreneurs and small businesses. Our businesses are minority and women-owned. That's why the work your office does, it has a direct impact on us. But yet, many businesses still don't know the resources MWBE provides. So today, our goal is to help educate those viewers and answer some of their biggest questions, and hopefully encourage more businesses to take advantage of these incredible opportunities. But first, before we get into MWBE, I would like to start by getting to know both of you. Mr. Garner, can you tell us a little about your personal journey and what led you to your current role as a Chief Business Diversity Officer of New York City?
Yes, so my personal journey is that I was born in Harlem in New York. I was reared in Chicago. I went to play college basketball at SUNY Buffalo. And then I came back to the city of New York, where I got involved in politics with a lot of the leaders, including Congressman Charlie Rango, former Mayor David Dinkins, and others. And so I started out in procurement because I wanted to help the smaller firm. And so we started creating a lot of programmings at NYCHA, then at the New York City School Construction Authority, then at the MTA, and now at City Hall. And so having the ability to ensure that government contracting is awarded in a cost-effective manner, but also in an inclusive manner. And if there are barriers to entry, we have the ability to change state laws, change policies to make sure that the city of New York, the largest and greatest city in the world, has the ability to award contracts in a more inclusive manner. Just last year, we awarded $6.9 billion in contracts to minority and women-owned businesses, the highest of any city or state in the nation. And so Mayor Madami is laser focused on making sure that the city of New York has the ability to award more contracts to more MWBEs, and not just the same MWBEs. And so we are executing his vision of driving equity in the city of New York.
Many small business owners think city contracts are for large companies. What would you say to them?
I would say that that's a untrue rumor. One of the laws that we went to Albany and we got changed is the MWBE small purchase method. What that simply means is that all of the city agencies have the ability to enter the marketplace, solicit prices only from MWBEs, and as long as their prices is aligned with historical pricing, the agency can make the award right there on the spot on contracts up to $1.5 million. And so this is a program and strategy that's geared towards small businesses.
Thank you so much, Mr. Garner. Mr. Chauhan, you have served in several leadership roles, from Nassau County to the Mayor's Office for International Affairs, and now as Deputy Chief Business Diversity Officer. How did your journey prepare you for this role?
Thank you, Mr. And first of all, I would like to congratulate Thikana for completing 37-year anniversary celebrations. Such a great milestone. So like the Thikana is one of the role model, how the small business is coming up. So as mentioned, my name is Dilip Chauhan. I'm the Deputy Chief Business Diversity Officer for the New York City Mayor Sohran Mamdani's office of MWBE. But by education, I'm the electrical engineer. I used to work as a deputy comptroller for the minority affairs, and then I was a deputy commissioner for the trade, investment, innovation. But what I see personally, that after we passed through the COVID, we saw that how the small business was struggling. And that time we really realized that small business needed so much help. But mostly, you just mentioned about the MWBE, but I can tell you, so many of viewers, they don't know the full name of the MWBE. So Minority and the Women Business Enterprise, and how you can go and how you can register your business. To be a small business, it doesn't directly mean that you are qualified for the MWBE contract. You have to go through the certification process. So I will give you more information in the later stage, but as an electrical engineer, I know I can see the problem and I know how to solve the problem. So very proud to join with Mr. Garner, who has a great institutional knowledge about the MWBE. So we are here to serve the community.
On that note, what qualifies as an MWBE business and what are the basic requirements to become certified?
Yes. So let me talk to you about your viewers, like the mostly Bangladeshi viewers are going to
Yes.
watch. So your community, your country, your ethnicity, they all are qualified as a MWBE certified. So once you have the small business, second step, you have to register. You have to come to the SBS or you have to ask us how to get certified. It doesn't cost you anything, but they will ask you to provide certain documents. You have to have a business or kind of the business presence in New York City, and you have to go through the certification process. Once you get certified, then New York City procure approximately $42 billion of the goods and services from the outside vendor. And as per the mayor's goal, around $7 billion is allocated for the minority and the women business enterprise. So once they get certified, they have to register through the passport. Once they register through the passport, is like an IT system that they can register their company, and when the opportunity comes, they can apply through the passport. And if they qualified, high chance they will get the government contract. So they can expand. But also, I want to emphasize what the Mayor Zohran Mamdani always says, that city strength is not measured by the success of only few people, but it is by the opportunity available to all. So that's the most important part. And that's why myself and Chief Garner, we are here to make sure that community knows what is the MWB, how they can be a part of this initiative, and how they can flourish.
Mr. Garner, to broaden the conversation, how is your office helping MWBE businesses build capacity so that they can compete for larger projects?
Absolutely. So we are creating an environment that's conducive to the growth, development of smaller MWBEs. And so what we are doing also in specific industries like construction, we passed a state law. We're getting ready to unveil the City of New York's centralized construction mentoring program. And what this program is going to do is replicate it at the programs that we created at the New York City School Construction Authority and at the MTA, which are two of the most complicated construction organizations in the world. Anytime you're building schools and rehabbing and modernizing schools around children, anytime that you're building subway stations around the third track, these are complicated agencies in which to employ construction. Yes. And so we have passed a state law, and we have hired a construction manager who is responsible for the successful delivery of construction projects in this program.
Yeah.
Also, we are pre-qualifying businesses as we currently speak. And so once you're pre-qualified for the City of New York Centralized Construction Mentoring Program, you have the ability to compete against your peers, not against large contractors, right, but contractors who have a history of doing business at the same level as you. And there are 9 different New York City agencies that will be involved in this construction mentoring program. Okay. First year, we are going to award $35 million in direct prime contracts to firms who have been pre-qualified in the program, not working as a subcontractor to a larger prime, but now this program is going to afford smaller contractors the opportunity to bid and compete against themselves and be awarded a prime construction contract where they can be in control of their own destiny. So we have a lot of programming that we will invest resources in smaller MWBEs, and over a period of time, these contractors and businesses will grow into large contractors and businesses.
So just to clarify, the small MWBE businesses can work with subcontractors
They can,
as subcontractors with larger firms?
right, so they can work as subcontractors to larger firms,
Yeah.
or they can work as prime contractors themselves.
Okay, so they can position themselves for the,
The prime contract,
Right.
contract awards.
okay. As you were saying, New York City has become a national leader in supporting MWBE businesses.
Yes.
What has been the key to building such a successful program?
The key has been the whole entire city is behind one singular vision of the mayor
Yeah.
to make sure that we are creating an environment, once again, that's conducive to the growth, recruitment, and development of smaller businesses doing business here in the city of New York, which is the greatest city in the world. Billions of dollars of transactions are taking place every day. So the city of New York is ensuring that those billions of dollars that's being awarded are being awarded in a more inclusive manner by making sure that we are recruiting, certifying, and integrating more MWBEs into the operating agencies in their contracting process. So the results speak for themselves. Last year, almost $7 billion was awarded to New York City certified MWBE firms, the highest of any city or state in the nation, the highest in program history. And so it is a great thing to be here in the city of New York, seeking to do business at the city of New York because the opportunities are there.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Mr. John, I would love to bring you into this conversation because you work directly with a lot of business and owners every day. So what's your take on this?
See, practically, I want to give you a couple of steps, like how the small business has to go for the next level.
Okay.
It's not only important that you have to have an MWB certification, but once you have the certificate, New York City has more than 50 agencies. There's so much opportunities there, and you cannot compete for each and every agency's contract. So first, you have to identify which are the agencies are important that you can work.
Okay.
If you don't know, you can reach out to our office.
Okay.
We are here to help.
Yes.
Once you identify these are the agency your company can work,